Good afternoon and welcome to a meeting of the Chesapeake School Board. A printed agenda is available in the back of the room if you wish to follow the business items we'll be discussing this evening. Roll call, Dr. Smith.
Mr. Elijah Colon,
Here.
Miss Malia Huddle,
Ms. Huddle will be joining us shortly.
Mr. John McCormick,
Here.
Mr. Norman Poole,
Present.
Dr. Amanda Quillen,
Here.
Mrs. Angie Swigert,
Here.
Mrs. Amanda Walker,
Ms. Walker will be absent this evening.
Mr. Mike Lamonia, Vice Chair,
Here.
Mrs. Kim Scott, Chair.
Here. The next item is the adoption of the agenda. Does the superintendent or any board member wish to add or delete an item from the agenda?
Madam Chair, no items to add to the agenda, but we will need a closed session as required for personnel matters, safety matters, and contractual matters.
I'll entertain a motion for approval. Moved by Mr. Poole. Is there a second? Seconded by Dr. Quillen. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith, sorry.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
We will now go into the closed portion of our meeting. I'll ask Vice Chair Lamonia to read the language to take us into closed session.
Chair Scott, I move that the board convene in closed session pursuant to the Code of Virginia, Section 2.2-3711, subsections A1, A19, and A29, for discussion and consideration of personnel matters, including administrative appointments, employee discipline and employee contracts, plans and measures to protect public safety, and contractual matters for legal services.
Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Colon. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
Before we move into closed session, and in accordance with bylaw 2-33, we will need a motion to approve the remote participation of Sands Anderson attorney Nikki Chook, who will join us for the discussion in closed session. I'll entertain a motion for approval. Moved by Mr. Lamonia. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Poole. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
We are now in closed session. Vice Chair Lamonia, would you please read the statement to bring us back into open session?
Chair Scott, I move that the record shows that the only items discussed in the closed meeting were those specifically cited in the motion to convene into the closed meeting and those lawfully exempted from statutory meeting requirements.
Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Colon. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
Dr. Cotton, do you have items resulting from closed session?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to submit the following administrative appointments for school board approval effective July 1st, 2026. Ms. Terry L. Tucker from Assistant Principal, Tallwood High School, Virginia Beach City Public Schools, to Supervisor of Student Conduct and Compliance, School Administration Building. Mrs. Michael A. Fitch from School Counselor, Oscar Smith High, to Administrative Specialist, Deep Creek High. And Ms. Helena L. Robinson from Teacher, Greenbrier Intermediate, to Administrative Specialist, Western Branch Primary.
I'll entertain a motion for approval. Moved by Mr. Lamonia. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. McCormick. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
There being no additional action items resulting from closed session, I will provide a brief update on the superintendent search process. In accordance with Code of Virginia 2.2-3712, the School Board of the City of Chesapeake will continue conducting interviews for the position of superintendent from June 9th through June 25th, 2026. Additional information regarding the search process will be shared with the public as appropriate and in accordance with applicable law. Now we will move on to the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. At this time, we will observe a moment of silence, and afterwards, I'll ask Ava Parham, a fifth grader from Southwestern Elementary School, to lead us in the pledge. Please stand as you are able.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Ava, and Ava's beautiful family for being here tonight. Ava loves to read. She is an avid reader, and she reads really interesting things about science. I personally don't choose to read about science, but I love that you do. You are a smart kid. She also loves to play soccer and basketball. So thank you so much, Ava, for being here. Thank you so much to the Parham family. You're a beautiful, wonderful family. We're so glad to have you as a part of our community in Chesapeake. All right, we will move on to the next item. Next on our agenda is awards and recognitions. We will begin with the CMSL student recognitions. Dr. Smith.
Thank you very much, Chair Scott. We are recognizing lots of students tonight, and we're going to get started with students in the Chesapeake Middle School League. And at this time, I would like to invite Mr. Paul Wilson. He's our Director of Student Support Services to the podium. He'll be facilitating the awards for these students.
Cotton and members of the Superintendent's Cabinet. Tonight, we're excited to celebrate the achievements and successes of the students and coaches in Chesapeake Public Schools as we recognize the CMSL Spring Champions in girls and boys outdoor track, boys soccer, girls field hockey, and girls volleyball. We will recognize these students and coaches in 3 different groups tonight, so let's get started. Our first group of students and coaches are Chesapeake's champions in middle school girls outdoor track and field. Students and coaches, please take one step forward as your names are called. From Crestwood Middle School, we have Zakiah Briggs, who had the city record of 5 feet and 5 inches in the high jump. The coach is Antonio Wilson. From Great Bridge Middle School, we have Brooke Langa, 800-meter run at 2 minutes, 29.66 seconds. Janelle McKnight was a 100-meter dash champion, 11.85 seconds, which was a city record. 200-meter dash champion at 24.79 seconds, and the 400-meter dash champion, another city record, 56.8 seconds. Layla Summers was a long jump champion with 16 feet and 3 3/4 inches, and the coach is Brent Nieder. From Hickory Middle School, we have Olivia Edmondson, 1,600-meter run at 5 minutes, 38.31 seconds. Annalyn Whitley, shot put at 36 feet, 2 inches, and the coach is Caitlin Stanger. From Oscar Smith Middle School, the 4x100 relay was won by Brooklyn Broadnax-Allen, Milani Rayfield, Jordan Kearney, Zamaya Duran, and the coach is William Blow. From Great Bridge Middle School, the 4x400 meter relay was won by Gia Winfrey, Reagan Goins, Sophia Paris, and Brooke Longa. And the coach is Brent Nieder. And the tournament champions for track and field for girls was Great Bridge Middle School with 98.5 points. The team captains are Madeline Kadire, Brooke Langa, and Janelle McKnight. And again, that coach is Brent Nieder. If there are any family members, staff, or supporters here tonight to celebrate these students and coaches, please stand at this time to be recognized by the board. Congratulations to our girls outdoor track champions and their coaches. It is now time for you to move to the right to meet the members of the school board. Come around this way. There you go. Yeah, bring it back to the left. There we go.
Lana, what you want to do? How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
Didn't have time to change. Sorry.
It's all good. Double duty.
Yeah.
Our next group of students and coaches are Chesapeake's champions in middle school boys outdoor track and field. Students and coaches, please take one step forward as your names are called. From Crestwood Middle School, we have Davian Cruz, 400-meter dash at 55.03 seconds. Justin Culler, long jump, 18 feet, 10 inches. And the coach is Alyssa Coben. From Hickory Middle School, we have Gerda Mingetti, high jump, 5 feet, 6 inches. And George Taylor IV, shot put at 51 feet, 11 inches. The coach is Hugh Dawson. From Jolliffe Middle School, we have Jalen Marchetti Griffin, 800-meter run at 2 minutes, 15.06 seconds, and 1,600-meter run at 5 minutes, 4.24 seconds. The coach is Ashley Diet. From Oscar Smith Middle School, we have Jameer Blow, 200-meter dash at 23.78 seconds. Jameer Blow, 100-meter dash, 11.28 seconds. And the coach is William Frost. Also from Oscar Smith Middle School, the 4x100-meter relay champions at 47.62 seconds were Malcolm Blow, Major Sawyer, Tylee Colliman, and Teron Smith, and the coach is William Frost. Also from Oscar Smith Middle School, the 4x400-meter relay champions at 3 minutes, 59.04 seconds, Darius Morrow, Major Sawyer, Malcolm Blow, and Manchi Dickerson, excuse me. I heard the laugh, I already knew. And the coach is William Frost. And the tournament champions from Hugo Owens Middle School, 73.5 points, Zayden Jackson, Micah Corbin, and Jacob Rambo. And the coach is Winfield Edwards. If there are any family members, staff, or supporters here tonight to celebrate these students and coaches, please stand at this time to be recognized by the board. Congratulations to our city champions in boys outdoor track. It is now time for you to move to the right to meet the members of the school board.
See you next year.
Yes, sir. Okay, where's Manchi? Pronounce your name. I got it right the second time. Can we do it?
Get it? Yes? You good with that? I can go with it.
Yeah, let's move a little to the right. Just want to get you in there. You're important too.
I appreciate it.
There we go. Our final group includes students and coaches who were the team champions in boys soccer, girls field hockey, and girls volleyball. Students and coaches, please take one step forward as your names are called. The boys soccer champions in a 1-0 defeat against Great Bridge Middle School were Hickory Middle School. It was their third championship in a row. Silas Roebuck, Thomas Hunter, Jeremiah Belton II. And the coach is Alan Clark. In girls field hockey, the champions were from Great Bridge Middle School, their 11th championship in a row. They won 3-0 versus Jolliffe Middle School. The team captains are Harper Downham, Kenley Downham, and Elizabeth Snyder. And the coach is Katie Duke. And in girls volleyball, the champions were from Hickory Middle School. A 3-0 defeat versus Great Bridge Middle School. They are back-to-back champions. The team captains are Brooklyn Cassidy, Brielle Tanksley, and Sierra Warwick. And the coach is Eric Sigich. If there are any family members, staff, or supporters here tonight to celebrate the accomplishments of these students and coaches, please stand to be recognized by the board. Congratulations to our boys soccer, girls field hockey, and girls volleyball team champions and their coaches. It is now time for you to move to the right to meet the members of the school board. Thank you, Madam Chair. This concludes my presentation for tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Wilson. The next item is the recognition of the Teachers for Tomorrow. Dr. Smith.
Thank you very much, Chair Scott, and I am happy to report we have a large crowd tonight. We have a large number of Teachers for Tomorrow to celebrate, so it might take just a minute while we let those parents and students enter the boardroom.
Perfect. We'll just have a brief pause while we wait for our next group of recognitions.
Okay, Chair Scott, it looks like our guests have arrived and are getting seated. And as I said, we're going to be recognizing our Teachers for Tomorrow program. These awards will be presented by our Director of Human Resources. He's joining us tonight, Mr. Mike Bailey. Thank you for being here, Mr. Bailey. He's going to be facilitating the awards from the podium tonight.
Thank you and good evening, Madam Chair Scott, members of the school board, Dr. Cotton, and staff. It is with great excitement I stand before you tonight on behalf of Dr. Shonda Wyndham and Dr. Anna Helmer from the Department of College and Career Readiness, as well as Mrs. Mindy Green and myself from the Department of Human Resources, to announce our 2026 Future Teacher Guaranteed Contract recipients. Tonight, we celebrate something truly special, the future of education in Chesapeake Public Schools. To our 51 outstanding students selected for the 2026 Guaranteed Teacher Contract Program, congratulations. Your hard work, leadership, commitment to excellence, and passion for serving students have earned you this incredible opportunity. By choosing careers in critical shortage areas such as special education, elementary education, and mathematics, you are answering a calling that will change lives for generations to come. We're especially proud of our Chesapeake Public Schools Grow Your Own initiative and the incredible family of educators, mentors, and supporters who make programs like this possible. There is something truly meaningful about students who grew up in our schools, were inspired by teachers in our classrooms, and are now choosing to return to serve the next generation of Chesapeake students. That is the power of family, community, and investing in our own. You're not only preparing for a profession, you are preparing to inspire, support, advocate, and lead. Our schools, our students, and our community need compassionate, talented educators like you. And we are incredibly proud that you have chosen to grow your future right here in Chesapeake. Tonight would also not be possible without the dedication of the amazing Teachers for Tomorrow educators and school leaders who have mentored, encouraged, and guided these students along the way. Please join me in recognizing, and please stand when your name is called, Allison Fulford at Indian River High School, Lisa Spratt Twarek at Grassfield High School, Stacy Perks at Great Bridge High School, Susan Pollard at Oscar Smith High School, Amy Benham, Early Childhood Education Program Teacher at Chesapeake Career Center, Katie Priest at Hickory High School, and Christy Hanna at Western Branch High School. Thank you for growing this program, investing in students, and helping shape the next generation of educators. Before we call our awardees to the floor, we would like to share a brief video featuring some of our guaranteed contract recipients.
We had 71 applicants. We chose 51 students to become future teachers for Chesapeake Public Schools. So if you flip over that top little sheet of paper, you all have been awarded a guaranteed contract. Just be our greatest pleasure to have you come back to Chesapeake.
You all are entering the most noble profession.
That's really a big deal.
Yes.
Well, once you get into it, you're going to love it, but we're so proud of you.
And you guys have done an amazing job making connections with all of your kids.
I've always been fascinated by becoming a teacher, and this program really helped me out.
To know that if I become a teacher, when I become a teacher, that I can make an impact on more students and help them grow in the same ways I have is just so sweet to me.
So to our future teachers, we believe in you, we are proud of you, and we cannot wait to welcome you back as future colleagues and members of the CPS family. Due to the large number of awardees, we're going to do this in two groups. So guaranteed contract recipients are now here from Chesapeake Career Center, Grassfield High School, and Great Bridge High School. And we ask that each candidate please take a step forward when we call their name to be recognized. From Chesapeake Career Center, Natalie Brush, Tidewater Community College and Old Dominion University. Kagan Falvey, Longwood University. Tristan Kendrick, Teacher Assistant first, and then Tidewater Community College. Emily Miller, King University. Kashira Teasley, Teacher Assistant first, and Tidewater Community College and Old Dominion University. Cheyenne Tribble, Virginia Wesleyan. Madison Vieira, Tidewater Community College and Longwood University. Next, from Grassfield High School, Vanessa Cowan, Tidewater Community College. Alton Curry, Tidewater Community College and Virginia Commonwealth University. Brian Mullins, Virginia State University. And from Great Bridge High School, Piper Bourgeois, University of Tennessee. Tamia Chambers, Howard University. Caden Cinnamon, Shenandoah University. Casey Kadir, University of North Carolina. Evangeline Dausman, James Madison University. Cassidy Gordon, James Madison University. Josephine Hoffman, James Madison University. Rosalia James, James Madison University. I see a trend here. Jada Kelly, Old Dominion University. Caitlin Kluwer, Tidewater Community College and James Madison University. Maya Mundy, Old Dominion University. Mary Steckline, James Madison University. Madeline Von Tersch, James Madison University. Nessa Weir, Old Dominion University. Campbell Wilson, Old Dominion University. These students standing before you know that being a teacher is their calling. They have discovered their passion and desire to teach our next generation. At this time, we ask these amazing future teachers to go around to your right to meet our school board and receive your special certificates and congratulations. Sure we get everybody up. Okay. All right, at this time we're going to recognize guaranteed contract recipients from the following schools: Hickory High School, Indian River High School, Oscar Smith High School, and Western Branch High School. And we ask that each candidate please take a step forward when their name is called to be recognized. From Hickory High School, Sarah Batchelor, Cape Fear Community College, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Caroline Carter, Goucher College. Sydney Floyd, Christopher Newport University. Rebecca Green, Liberty University. Morgan Kimmerer, Longwood University. Callie Norfleet, University of North Carolina, Wilmington. Scarlett Reynaldi, Liberty University. Kylie Ripley, Old Dominion University. Daniela Stout, American University. And Emma Taylor, Virginia Tech. From Indian River High School, we have Madeline Roberts attending Regent University. From Oscar Smith High School, Zoe Cope, Old Dominion University. Tiana Hodges, North Carolina State University. Solio Miller, Norfolk State University. Jamira Pierce, Old Dominion University. Mariska Thomas, Regent University. Shariah Turner, Old Dominion University. And Anaya White, Wingate University. From Western Branch High School, we have Alexis Anderson, Coast Carolina University, Amani Collins, Morgan State University, Julianne Cox, Virginia Commonwealth University, Tessa Jensen, Old Dominion University, Casey Monty, Old Dominion University, Ava Thompson, Virginia Wesleyan University, Nathan Wilkinson, James Madison University, and Kira Wright, Old Dominion University. At this time, we ask these amazing future teachers to go around to meet our school board and receive their special certificates and congratulations. And we ask that all guaranteed contract recipients and their families meet us for a reception next door in the Chesapeake Room following this presentation. Yay, Miss Hannah, how are you doing? Good to see you. Congratulations. Congratulations.
I know on behalf of the board, we are so excited to have all of our teachers of tomorrow come back to Chesapeake Public Schools. We're so honored. And what a wonderful problem to have that we didn't have space in this room. That's a great problem to have. But now we're going to move on. We have some very special individual student honors. Dr. Smith.
Thank you very much, Chair Scott. We are very excited. Recognizing students is what we are doing tonight. We have several students who have recently distinguished themselves with special honors, and we have Mr. Jay Luter, Director of Communications, at the podium, and he'll facilitate.
Good evening, Chair Scott, Vice Chair Lamonia, members of the school board, Dr. Cotton, members of the superintendent's cabinet. Tonight, I am pleased to invite before the board 3 distinguished students who are making a significant impact on their school and their community. Students, when I introduce you and describe your accomplishment, if you will, please take one step forward. Anthony Zhang has received medals for both his exam score and his role play performance before placing 6th internationally at the DECA International Career Development Conference in Atlanta. Anthony is the first Chesapeake Public School student in 15 years to earn international recognition at ICDC. Anthony is a senior STEM Academy student at Grassfield High School. Neil Shala was also recently recognized, this time by the Hampton Roads Workforce Council, as one of its top 20 under 20 leaders to watch. He received that recognition as an emerging young leader across Hampton Roads and demonstrates excellence in workforce leadership, entrepreneurship, and community service. Neil was recognized during a special regional awards ceremony honoring students who are making a significant impact in the community and are demonstrating leadership beyond their years. Neil is a senior STEM Academy student at Grassfield High School. Lance Brown is also a senior at Grassfield High School and was recently crowned Mr. Abilities at the 2026 Chesapeake Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Miss and Mr. Abilities pageant. In addition to this most recent accomplishment, Lance participates in Special Olympics, serves as manager for the Grassfield High School football team and as an assistant coach for 11U football. At this time, I'd also like to recognize any family members, staff members, or supporters who are in the audience to celebrate the accomplishments of these students. Will you all please stand and be recognized at this time? Students, congratulations on your accomplishment. At this time, please move to the right to meet the members of the school board.
Thank you so much, Mr. Luter. I have to say that celebrating our students and staff is probably one of my most favorite things to do as a member of the Chesapeake School Board. And shout out to Lance. I was at the Abilities Contest, and he truly is stellar. He deserved that. We will now move on to the hearing of citizens. During their allotted time, speakers should observe our rules of decorum and know that expression of concerns and criticism on matters of school policy and operations is welcome. While the speaker's own comments are welcome, they may not play pre-recorded messages. Dr. Smith, are there any citizens who have requested time to speak this evening?
Yes, Madam Chair, we have 4 citizens requesting time.
I want to thank those speakers who signed up to address the board this evening. As a reminder, there are 2 ways that citizens can request time to speak at the meeting. You can call the clerk's office before 12 p.m. the day of the meeting, or sign up to speak prior to the start of the meeting. All in-person requests to speak must be submitted to the deputy clerk 5 minutes prior to the published meeting start time. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the board. Once your allotted time is over, we ask that you promptly exit the podium. We would also like to ask that you refrain from any behavior that disrupts the meeting, including the use of profanity, applause, cheering, or jeering. Dr. Smith, please call the first speaker.
Yes, I believe speaker number 1 appears to be a no-show, so I would like to invite speaker number 2 to the podium. If you could please state your name and city of residence before you begin your remarks.
My name is Ozan Duran, and I live in Norfolk Highlands. Honorable members of the school board and public, I support expanding early childhood education. That is not the issue. The issue is whether Norfolk Highlands Primary should be removed as a neighborhood school without the public seeing the analysis behind that decision. I spoke with Chesapeake Public Schools today. I asked why Norfolk Highlands Primary was chosen for this preschool feeder program. The person I spoke with could not answer. I asked what the impact would be on average class sizes at the schools receiving NHP students. He could not answer because that data was not available. I asked whether CPS had modeled what class sizes would look like if current NHP classes were merged into the receiving schools. Again, that data was not available. That is a serious problem. The presentation uses declining enrollment and building capacity as major justifications, but it does not show current class sizes, projected class sizes, classroom by classroom impacts, or the instructional consequences for the receiving schools. As an educator, I find that backwards. Declining enrollment is not automatically a problem. If schools are properly funded, a declining enrollment can be an opportunity to reduce class sizes, especially in early grades. The strongest class size research shows that smaller early grade classes improve outcomes, and this can be more effective than simply adding another adult to a larger classroom. If the goal is student achievement, then smaller classes should be treated as an educational opportunity, not as a facilities inefficiency. This also raises a tax equity issue. Norfolk Highlands families pay into the same Chesapeake school system as everyone else. Yet this plan would take away our walkable neighborhood school, bus our children elsewhere, and bus preschool students from other areas into our neighborhood. Meanwhile, Chesapeake continues to expand outward, with new development creating new tax base and new facility demands. Norfolk Highlands should not be asked to shoulder that burden by losing a core public asset. The presentation also does not show the positive outcome for Norfolk Highlands as a community. It does not show that our children will be better off. It does not show that surrounding schools will be better off. It does not show that transportation will be better. It does not show that class sizes will be better. It does not show that this building is the best preschool site compared with other alternatives. I also find it frustrating that the presentation does not link to the underlying data sets. I have worked as a construction contractor, in municipal finance, issuing bonds and calculating debt service, and as a K-12 educator. If I can spend an afternoon trying to verify this presentation and still not reproduce the conclusion, then the average community member has no realistic way to evaluate this proposal. Before this moves forward, CPS should publish the site selection analysis, alternatives analysis, current and projected class sizes, transportation impact, building suitability analysis.
I'm sorry, your time is done. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Speaker number 3, it's your turn at the podium. Please state your name and city of residence before you begin.
Good evening, Chesapeake School Board members. My name is Jessica Fisher. I'm a Chesapeake resident. I'm a parent of a Chesapeake student with an IEP. I stood before this board last month regarding academic goals of my child's IEP that were reported as mastered despite evidence that those goals were not being worked on as written. Following months of asking questions, demanding answers, I received a written response from the school's administration acknowledging that staff were completing at least one of my child's academic goals for him. I was told this was done to improve communication between home and school and to support him following his injury. The problem is that this explanation was never part of my child's IEP, and a goal cannot be accurately measured when staff are performing the task for the student. The district has now acknowledged that the data collected was not a true assessment of my child's ability. I do not agree that simply adding a note to my child's educational record is an adequate remedy. My concern is the system that allowed this to happen and whether it could happen to another child. I was informed that this situation has prompted a review of district practices. If that is true, then the district has already recognized that there was a problem. The focus should be on protecting students and ensuring that IEPs are implemented as written. Progress is measured accurately and parents receive truthful information about their child's performance. I am also concerned about the district's use of resources. The district recently funded an independent educational evaluation for my child. The results confirmed concerns that had already been documented through medical records, educational records, and information previously provided to the school division. While I appreciate the value of independent evaluations, it is troubling when public resources are spent to confirm issues that parents have been raising and documenting for months and/or years. Those resources could be better utilized addressing identified needs, implementing services appropriately, and preventing these issues from occurring in the first place. Parents should not have to investigate their own child's educational records to discover that goals were not being measured as written. They should not have to spend months seeking answers before the truth is acknowledged. I am asking this board to ensure meaningful oversight, accountability, and corrective actions so that no other family finds themselves in this position. Students with disabilities are among the most vulnerable students in our schools. Chesapeake Public Schools has a legal and ethical obligation to protect them through accurate documentation, faithful IEP implementation, and transparent progress monitoring. This is not just about my child. It is about ensuring that every student with a disability can rely on the protections that special education law was designed to provide. Thank you for your time.
Speaker number 4, it's your turn at the podium. Please state your name and city of residence before you begin.
My name is Caitlin Rittenauer, and I'm a resident and educator in Chesapeake. Tonight, I speak on behalf of the more than 1,000 members of the Chesapeake Education Association, the union for all Chesapeake Public Schools employees. I wanted to address the superintendent search, the bonuses, and the proposed insurance premium increases. First, thank you for reopening the superintendent search to ensure that we hire the right person for this position. As we said in April, a superintendent who values the diversity of our staff and students, helps us navigate new challenges by including all voices, and honors transparency in decision-making is worth waiting for. As far as bonuses go, we understand that the General Assembly does not reconvene until June 22nd, and we cannot release money that hasn't been allocated. CEA continues to advocate for a bonus for all employees, not just positions under the standards of quality, and that we maximize the amount of money as much as possible. We stand ready to take this matter to City Council with you if additional appropriations are needed. Tonight, you'll hear information about the 2027 health insurance plan, which includes increases in employee costs in every plan, including dental. In our approved budget, when you allocated nearly $8.5 million for healthcare costs, and while acknowledging that there was an estimated 10% increase, stated that this assumes current contribution strategy. Does this mean that CPS is maintaining their contributions while passing on higher costs to employees? We know this is a difficult budget year. Enrollment is down, costs are rising, and some funding sources are no longer available. But it's difficult for your employees to stomach yet another increased cost, especially one that wipes out a much-needed raise and hits our lowest earners the hardest. Please consider negotiating further with Anthem, a company that has made more than $1 billion in profit in the first quarter of 2026, to keep our health insurance the envy of the region. Thank you.
This concludes our speakers for this evening.
Thank you for sharing your comments. Our practice is to receive information. However, we do not usually engage in dialogue, and that is our intent tonight. If appropriate and not already provided, someone from the superintendent's staff will evaluate your concern and provide a response. We will now consider the consent agenda. I'll entertain a motion for approval. Moved by Mr. Lamonia. Is there a second? Seconded by Ms. Swigert. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present voting yes.
Moving on to the information agenda, the first item this evening is the proposed Early Childhood Center. Dr. Cotton.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that. We do have speakers here tonight who are going to do that presentation. Board members, we did review this proposal at a work session recently, and I believe that Ms. Kim McGrath is going to get us started, and then Dr. Pedro Martinez is going to follow up, and they're going to provide information similar to what we provided at the work session. Ms. McGrath, thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Scott, Vice Chair Lamonia, members of the school board, Dr. Cotton, and cabinet officials. We're pleased to present the Early Childhood Center plan. This proposal represents a collaborative planning process that was shared with the board during the previous two work sessions. In the April and May sessions, we established the academic necessity by addressing the kindergarten readiness gap and examined the regional enrollment capacities and state funding models. Tonight, we present a plan that is aligned with our division's long-term objectives. This plan represents a joint initiative between the Departments of Teaching and Learning and Operations, designed to address the increasing demand of early childhood education across the division. This coordinated approach ensures that our instructional programming is systematically aligned with our facility capabilities from the onset, maximizing both educational outcomes and operational efficiency. Investing in high-quality preschool directly advances the Empower 23 strategic goals. By aligning with state early childhood initiatives, the division establishes kindergarten readiness as the primary catalyst for long-term academic success. When children master foundational literacy, math, and social-emotional skills early, CPS creates a sustainable trajectory for lifelong learning. Beyond academics, a dedicated preschool center serves as a vital gateway for families, fostering a collaborative culture of school readiness from day one. Statewide data reveals that only 57% of entering students are kindergarten ready. While Chesapeake outperforms the state average at 61%, 39% of our students still start day one behind. Closing this gap early is critical. Research shows that kindergarten-ready students are twice as likely to read on grade level by third grade. Proactively supporting rising kindergartners before they enter school directly accelerates reading proficiency, strengthens readiness, and elevates long-term educational outcomes across the division. Our primary objective when evaluating locations was asset optimization, making Norfolk Highlands Primary the division's most strategic choice. Because of its constrained property boundaries, Norfolk Highlands Primary cannot accommodate a standard K-5 modernization or expansion. Concurrently, a decade-long enrollment decline across South Norfolk schools is projected to continue. Repurposing Norfolk Highlands Primary prevents the underutilization of a division asset in a low-growth residential zone. Dr. Martinez will now detail these long-term demographic shifts and their fiscal projections.
Thank you, Ms. McGrath, and good evening, everyone. The center's estimated baseline enrollment will be 250 students over 2 years, beginning in the 2027-2028 school year, including students from both the Chesapeake Preschool Initiative and Early Childhood Special Education. Overall, we anticipate a district-wide net enrollment increase of 150 to 200 students, as some existing CPI classrooms from neighboring schools may need to be relocated to the center to accommodate additional students who are rezoned from Norfolk Highlands Primary. As shared earlier, elementary student enrollment in the area has decreased over the past 10 years. This chart shows enrollment trends for all elementary schools in South Norfolk and Indian River. The student population has declined by about 500 students over the last decade. By September 2025, the total enrollment across all listed schools, including Norfolk Highlands Primary, was 3,341 students, while neighboring schools had a combined capacity of 4,000 students, excluding Norfolk Highlands Primary. This leaves a net available capacity of 659 students. Our projections for the South Norfolk and Indian River neighborhoods indicate a consistent decline in enrollment for grades K to 5. Whether using data from the UVA Weldon Cooper Center for Public Service, which produces school enrollment projections for all school divisions in Virginia, or our internal CPS data, we expect a decrease of 90 to 140 elementary students across the area's elementary schools over the next 5 years. This flowchart provides an overview of the attendance rezoning plan required. Approximately 300 Norfolk Highlands primary students will be rezoned to Thurgood Marshall, Georgetown Primary, and Sparrow Road Intermediate. This move also allows us to standardize grade levels. Georgetown Primary will transition from a K3 to a K2 model, and Sparrow Road Intermediate will transition from grades 4 to 5 to grades 3 to 5. To accommodate the increase in student enrollment at these three schools, additional zoning adjustments will be needed in the Portlow Primary, Carver Intermediate, Rena B. Wright Primary, and Truett Intermediate areas. Let us now review the budget impact of opening the preschool center. We have outlined two scenarios: the low scenario, which anticipates serving 144 additional students, and the high scenario, which anticipates serving 198 additional students. Please note that this is an estimated impact based on a single potential rezoning scenario, a student-teacher ratio of 18:1, the inclusion of teacher assistants in every classroom, and additional staffing requirements for transferring Norfolk Highland Primary students to neighboring schools. These neighboring schools have lower student-teacher ratio requirements due to the kindergarten through third grade primary class size reduction program, which means a few additional teachers will be needed to support these children in the classroom. Average transportation and supply costs per student were included in the calculation of other expenditures. With the increase in CPI enrollment, the state funding we receive for our CPI programming will also rise, helping to offset the incremental expenses. Assuming full student enrollment starting in the fall of 2027, the first year of the program is expected to cost between $2.4 million and $3 million, depending on the number of additional students enrolled in CPI. We anticipate receiving between $1 million and $1.4 million in additional VPI grant awards, which will help offset costs to the operating budget. The total net additional cost to the operating budget in the first year is approximately $1.4 to $1.5 million. After the first year, the cost associated with technology and building retrofitting will decrease, resulting in a reduced net operating budget cost of approximately $860,000 to $995,000. Here are our general next steps. The roadmap shown here provides a high-level overview of our major milestones, though it is not an exhaustive list of all operational tasks. We expect to conduct the attendance rezoning needed as we start the 2026-2027 school year. As we move into the winter and spring of 2027, we expect to finalize our instructional and support staffing assignments for the center and conduct necessary facility retrofits during the summer of 2027 in preparation for the center's official opening for the 2027-2028 school year. Please note that we will have a communications plan in place to ensure all families and staff members are informed throughout the year of all changes and updates. Thank you for your time. We are now happy to take any questions you may have about the presentation.
I do not see any questions at this time. Thank you so much. The next item on the information agenda is the proposed new academy. Dr. Cotton.
I'm ready for you now. Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. We do have Dr. Shonda Wyndham, who's our Director for College and Career Readiness. She's going to come forward now. Again, this is the presentation that we provided in some of our work sessions. And as a reminder, in our budget that was approved, we included an academy coordinator who's going to be hired to plan for the new academy. Tonight's purpose is to provide an overview of the academy as well as the location that we've identified for that academy. Dr. Wyndham.
Thank you, Dr. Cotton. Good afternoon, Chair Scott, Vice Chair Lamonia, school board members, Dr. Cotton, and the Superintendent's Cabinet. I am here today to share details about a brand new specialized academy for Chesapeake Public Schools. Our goal is to continue to expand opportunities for our students to be competitive in the future workforce. Chesapeake Public Schools already has a strong foundation of successful specialized academies. As you can see, we currently offer 3 distinct programs: the globally focused IB Academy, the technology-focused Governor STEM Academy, and the career-connected Science and Medicine Academy. These programs demonstrate our commitment to offering diverse, high-quality learning experiences. Beyond our academies, we also provide several specialized programs. This includes the long-standing Chesapeake Career Center, our newer partnership with EVMS to offer the Health Sciences Academy, and brand new this year, Smith Tech, School of Computer Science, Innovation, and Design at the middle school level. Additionally, we are actively planning the opening of the Career Academies of Chesapeake in 2930, a new career center that will offer 6 pathways: advanced technology, energy and natural resources, health and medical, maritime, public safety, and trade and entrepreneurship. These programs show our ongoing efforts to innovate and expand career pathways for all students. To guide our decision on a new academy, we launched a community-wide survey in February. We received engagement from 777 total participants. The input reflects perspectives from nearly 40% students and over 45% parents. In partnership with our Planning Policy and Research Department, the CTE Advisory, and the collection of student survey data over the last few years, we presented the community with 9 potential academy focus areas, spanning technological fields like AI and robotics, creative pathways like digital media, and critical skills like legal studies and entrepreneurship. We wanted to ensure we captured the diverse interests of both local and global labor market trends. Those completing the survey were able to rate each academy independently on a 5-point Likert scale, from not interested to very interested. The survey results showed 4 options with significant and very close interest. Legal studies was the top choice at 68%, closely followed by entrepreneurship at 67%, digital design and communication at 63%, and robotics and automation at 62%. When presenting the new academy options to SCA students from all 7 of our high schools, consistently entrepreneurship and legal studies came out on top again. This indicates a strong desire for programs across business and law. While community interest is vital, we must also vet these options against labor market realities. An analysis of data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics highlights clear opportunities across the top 4 academies. Robotics and automation demonstrates the strongest projected growth and clear regional alignment, positioning it as a high-impact pathway. Entrepreneurship also emerges as a critical priority, not only for its growth potential, but for its cross-cutting skill set that equips students to create, innovate, and lead across industries. Legal studies and digital design show slower growth but remain stable. I am excited to share that based on the information provided, we have decided to launch an Entrepreneurship and Innovation Academy at Indian River High School in the 27-28 school year. We selected the entrepreneurship pathway for the following reasons. First, our community survey showed tremendous interest, with 67% of respondents selecting entrepreneurship, making it the second most requested option. Secondly, BLS projects strong growth in entrepreneurship-related careers, 5 to 8% growth, viewing it as a critical high-value skill for economic growth and workforce resilience. The third reason we selected the entrepreneurship pathway is the opportunity to design and implement an innovative, industry-aligned curriculum from the ground up. This pathway allows us to collaborate with business and community partners to ensure students develop the skills, knowledge, and real-world experiences that reflects current workforce needs and emerging industry trends. By creating a modern and relevant program of study, we can better prepare students to think creatively, solve complex problems, and pursue a variety of post-secondary and career opportunities. To share a few more details about the proposed Entrepreneurship Academy, it will be designed to prepare students to become creative problem solvers, business leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs who will shape the future economy of Chesapeake, Hampton Roads, and beyond. There are 4 key areas that will serve as the focus of the Academy. First, the Academy will emphasize innovation, business creation, and applied learning to ensure students are actively building and creating, not just learning theory. Second, we will focus on integrating academics with real-world entrepreneurship so students can clearly connect what they are learning in the classroom to real business and career applications. Third, strong partnerships with local industry and business leaders will be essential in providing authentic experiences, expertise, and support for our students. Fourth, we will expand work-based learning opportunities, including internships and incubators, which are structured programs that help students to turn early-stage business ideas into functional companies and mentorships. This allows students to gain hands-on experience and professional exposure while still in school. We are proposing 3 strands for our new academy. However, it is our belief that all students should begin with business and digital technologies to build strong core skills for any career pathway. In the business area, students will learn the basics of entrepreneurship, marketing, branding, and understanding customers. They will also build important life skills like budgeting, credit, taxes, and personal finance. Students will learn how to make ethical decisions, develop business plans, and present their ideas through pitches. On the digital side, students will gain hands-on skills with tools they will use in college and careers. This includes Google Workspace and Microsoft 365, data and spreadsheet skills, and digital design using tools like Canvas and Adobe. Students will also be introduced to coding and automation, cybersecurity and digital safety, and how to use AI tools to improve productivity and innovation. Overall, this foundation prepares students to think like entrepreneurs and use technology with confidence in any field they choose. Displayed here are the 3 career-focused strands students can choose after building their foundation. global finance and wealth management, small business and community development, or hospitality, events, and tourism. Together, these strands give students real-world pathways into business, finance, community leadership, and global service industry. This final slide highlights the critical network of partners essential for the success of the Academy. Representatives from these businesses and community partners could also potentially serve on our Academy's advisory group. Thank you for the opportunity to share details about this exciting new opportunity for our students. These details will be refined once we hire the Academy coordinator in the coming weeks and begin the planning and implementation phase next school year. At this time, I would love to answer any questions you may have.
I believe Mr. Colon has a question.
First, thank you for taking a lot of the information that we did the last time and putting it together. It really shows. I really do appreciate that. One of the questions I do have, it's with so much that you put in there, would it be possible for students that are actually going through the Career Center in some of these fields, where it's HVAC or construction, things of that nature, to possibly dually encompass this? Because this is something that could actually benefit them if they want to come out and start a business.
That's a great question, and that is part of our plan. So with the new Career Academies of Chesapeake, we have a trade and entrepreneurship strand. And so our goal is to marry the two and figure out how we can partner and grow those two programs together. So that will definitely be in the plan.
I don't see any more questions. I absolutely love the idea of this academy. I see limitless potential for this at Indian River. And so thank you so much to you and your team for putting that work into it. And also, I want to give you a shout out for the multiple choice event that y'all hosted recently. I really enjoyed the panel, the movie, and the discussion. That was very well done.
Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. The last item on the information agenda is the health insurance update for the 2027 plan year. Mrs. Glad.
Thank you, Chair Scott. This evening, Mrs. Christina Warren, our Director of Employee Benefits and Risk Management, will present a comprehensive update on our health insurance program. She will provide an overview of the current program, including cost trends and projected premiums for the 2027 plan year. Without further delay, I will now turn the floor over to Mrs. Warren.
Thank you. Good evening, Chair Scott, Vice Chair Lamonia, school board members, Dr. Cotton, and cabinet members. Thank you for your time this evening. I'm here to provide an overview of our current employee benefits program, share some key data points about the plan performance, and conclude with projected premiums and initiatives for the 2027 plan year. I'd like to briefly highlight some key priorities that guide our work in the benefits office. First, we strive to provide a competitive and comprehensive benefits package that attracts and retains and supports the professionals who serve our students. Our goal is for employees to feel valued through benefits that enhance both their health and financial well-being. Second, we are committed to responsible cost management. As a self-insured health plan, CPS directly pays employees' medical claims, making it critical to carefully manage eligibility and implement strategies that address key cost drivers. We partner with consultants and actuaries to project costs each year based on demographics, claims experience, and utilization trends. Third, compliance remains a top priority. We ensure all benefit programs align with federal and state regulations, including the Affordable Care Act and HIPAA, safeguarding both our employees and the division. Together, these priorities enable us to maintain a benefits program that is strategic, sustainable, and people-focused, balancing affordability with the high-quality coverage our employees deserve. I'd like to share a brief overview of the benefits we currently offer our employees. We provide 2 health plan options through Anthem, a traditional PPO and an open access HMO with no referral requirements, giving employees flexibility to choose the coverage that fits their needs. Both plans include comprehensive services such as preventive care, vision, prescription drugs, mental health support, and access to a broad provider network. Dental coverage is available separately through Anthem and can be elected for individual or family coverage. Employees may also opt into a $10,000 basic term life policy at a minimal cost. We offer flexible spending accounts for healthcare and dependent care expenses, allowing employees to use pre-tax dollars for routine and unexpected costs. In addition, a range of voluntary benefits is available, including legal and identity theft protection, accident and hospital insurance, critical illness coverage, and a short-term disability plan. Our wellness initiatives continue to expand and evolve. Through our health center clinics, employees and their spouses enrolled in a CPS health plan have access to acute care services at no cost. We also provide mental health support from 2 behavioral health counselors, as well as nutritional guidance from a registered dietitian. Additionally, we recently welcomed a new health coach who works closely with our employees to support their fitness and exercise goals. Each year, employees can earn a wellness credit, which is a $400 annual premium reduction, by completing an online health risk assessment and biometric screening. These screenings play an important role in identifying potential health risks early, and then employees with diabetes also have access to a specialized program that offers education and most diabetic supplies at no cost. Our wellness centers are full-service pharmacies available to all employees enrolled in a CPS health plan. These pharmacies provide convenient access to both prescription medications and over-the-counter products, along with cost savings toward reduced copays and the option for mail order services. For employees preparing for retirement, we provide support both during their transition and after they leave the workforce. In addition to the defined benefit and contribution plans offered through the Virginia Retirement System, employees may participate in voluntary pre-tax savings plans, including 403B and 457B options. This year, we also introduced the Roth option for both plans, offering additional flexibility in retirement planning. Some retirees may also be eligible for the division's retiree health insurance, with coverage and eligibility based on age, service length, and their retirement date. These benefits help ensure a smooth transition and continued peace of mind. All right, so let's take a closer look at some key data points from our health plan. In the table to the right, you will see enrollment data for the current 2026 plan year. 77% of our eligible employees selected the Anthem Healthkeepers HMO, likely due to its lower deductibles and absence of coinsurance. The remaining 23% chose the KeyCare PPO, which features lower premiums but higher deductibles and potential out-of-pocket costs at the time of service. Coverage elections show 50% of employees electing for employee-only coverage and 50% covering a spouse, child, or both. As part of our ongoing benefits review, we analyze claims data and utilization patterns to better understand the health conditions driving our plan costs. Our top cost drivers mirror national trends. Cancer, including breast cancer, chemotherapy, radiation treatments, and secondary cancers, impacts approximately 3% of our members, but accounts for 14% of total costs due to the high expense of treatment. Musculoskeletal conditions such as knee, joint, and hip issues affect 27% of our members and represent 13% of our overall healthcare spend. Finally, health status services represents a cost driver that reflects positive use of funds and resources, encompassing wellness exams, cancer screenings, routine office visits, and these services impact 67% of our members and account for 10% of our total costs. One key concept to understand is the medical cost trend, which refers to the annual rate at which healthcare costs are expected to rise. This is not unique to our division, rather than it reflects broader national patterns of medical inflation. Key drivers of this trend include price inflation, increased utilization of services, the development and adoption of new medical technologies, regulatory and tariff changes, and shifts in population demographics. In addition, hospitals often rely on private insurers to offset financial losses from Medicare, Medicaid, and uninsured patients. Understanding this trend helps us more effectively forecast future costs, design sustainable health plans, and strengthen overall risk management strategies. Pharmacy costs are also a significant component of our overall healthcare spend. and I'd like to highlight the key drivers, opportunities, and potential risks. As CPS, as with many organizations, specialty and diabetes medications are the primary contributors to pharmacy costs. Specialty drugs used to treat complex conditions such as cancer and inflammatory diseases are particularly high cost and account for a substantial portion of total spend. In 2025, our net pharmacy claims totaled $33.2 million, while generics accounted for approximately 86% of all prescriptions filled. The remaining 14% are comprised of brand and specialty medications, and that accounted for more than half of the pharmacy total costs. For members with diabetes, GLP-1 medications such as Ozempic and Mounjaro are available, but they must be prescribed, and Anthem's strict clinical criteria must be met. Although interest in these medications for weight loss continues to grow, expanding coverage for non-diabetic use would significantly increase plan costs and employee premiums. As an alternative, CPS offers weight management support through our health centers, including access to a registered dietitian and guidance from our health coach to help employees achieve their health goals. Beyond weight management, pharmacy spend may continue to rise as GLP-1 medications gain approval for additional conditions, including sleep apnea, metabolic dysfunction, cardiovascular disease, and chronic kidney disease. In partnership with Anthem, we are actively monitoring these trends and managing costs through prior authorization protocols, diagnosis verification, and care management support provided by both Anthem and our health centers. So now let's take a look at how the medical cost trend is impacting our plan. This chart outlines a 5-year projection of CPS healthcare costs. For 2027, we are projecting a 10% trend, bringing total plan costs to approximately $99.8 million. On the right, you will see projections modeled at 5%, 8%, and 10% from 2027 through 2031. If the 10% trend continues, annual costs could grow to roughly $146 million by the end of the 5-year period. While we have historically performed better than the national average, the upward trend of healthcare costs underscores the need for continued proactive cost management and a focus on long-term sustainability. That said, our benefits consultant noted that many of his other clients are experiencing projected increases of 15% to 25% for 2027. He attributed our lower 10% trend to strong plan management and the positive impact of our CPS health and wellness centers. So taking a closer look at health plan costs, this chart compares current annual costs to projected 2027 annual costs per covered employee for both the HMO and PPO plans, reflecting that anticipated 10% increase. These projections assume no changes to plan design for 2027, and the HMO costs are shown under the blue header and the PPO costs are displayed under the green header. This chart takes the 2027 annual costs per covered employee and breaks out the CPS contribution and the employee's share for both the HMO and the PPO plans. So as an example, the total annual cost per employee participating in the HMO employee-only tier is $13,642.80. CPS will contribute $12,960.72, while the employee contributes $682.08 towards the annual cost. Lastly, this chart outlines the per paycheck premiums for both HMO and PPO plans based on 24 pay periods. To help address the rising healthcare costs discussed, premium increases are necessary across all employee tiers. As a reminder from last year, spousal tiers are experienced several years of significant increases. So as a result, those tiers have a more modest increase to help provide some relief to employees in those higher cost tiers. For double employee tiers, premium adjustments are being made with the consideration of the single employee tier rate along with an applicable discount. These tiers apply when both employee and their spouse are employed by CPS. In 2027, employees will continue to have the opportunity to earn a $400 annual premium reduction distributed across 24 pay periods by completing a biometric screening and an online health risk assessment. Overall, these updates reflect adjustments aligned with projected cost trends while maintaining comprehensive and accessible coverage across all tiers. Switching gears to dental coverage, I am excited to introduce a new enhanced dental plan option for 2027. This new option is designed to provide employees and their families with expanded coverage, including orthodontic care, an enhancement that has been frequently requested by employees. Both the current and the enhanced plans maintain the same low deductible of $50 per individual and $100 per family, and both cover preventive services at 100%. However, the enhanced plan increases the annual maximum benefit from $1,250 to $2,000, providing greater financial support for higher cost dental needs. Additionally, the enhanced plan includes orthodontic coverage at 50% and a lifetime maximum of $2,000. This new option allows employees to better plan for both routine and more complex dental care while maintaining consistent coverage levels for basic and major services. So looking at dental plan costs, this chart compares the current 2026 annual cost to the projected 2027 annual cost per covered employee. Under the blue header, the current dental plan reflects a projected 16% cost increase for the 2027 plan year, assuming no plan changes to the plan design. Projected annual costs for the new enhanced dental plan are shown under the green header. Dental coverage continues to be offered in only 2 tiers, employee only and employee plus family. So this chart illustrates the 2027 annual cost per covered employee broken down by the CPS contribution and the employee share for both dental plans. Historically, CPS has covered 100% of the premium for employee-only coverage under the current dental plan. While this has been a meaningful benefit, rising claims costs and inflation have made premium adjustments necessary for the upcoming year. For 2027, the total annual cost per employee enrolled in current dental plan is $402.01. CPS will contribute $337.69, with employees contributing $64.32 annually. This equates to $2.68 per pay period for employee-only coverage and $18.28 per pay period for family coverage. If an employee elects the enhanced dental plan, the employee-only premium would be $6.87 per pay period, and the family tier would cost $28.67 per pay period. It's also important to note that the CPS contributes the same amount towards both plans, with employees choosing the enhanced option paying the additional costs associated with the richer level of benefits. So I'm proud to lead a team dedicated to supporting the health, well-being, and long-term security of our employees, and we have several exciting initiatives on the horizon. Our focus is on enhancing the wellness programs by moving beyond a one-size-fits-all approach and developing initiatives that meet employees where they are. By expanding support for physical, mental, and emotional health, we aim to drive stronger engagement and improve overall outcomes. A key strategy in this effort is the development of a wellness champion program, which will establish a network of peer advocates across departments and schools to promote wellness initiatives, encourage participation, and help foster a culture of health from within. In addition, we aim to increase participation in preventive screenings and raising awareness and reducing barriers to care. Preventive services such as annual physicals, cancer screenings, and biometric checks play a critical role in early detection and long-term cost savings, and we will support this through targeted communications and potential incentives. We will also enhance our weight management program by offering more personalized resources, coaching, and tools that promote sustainable lifestyle changes and help address one of the key drivers of chronic conditions. Improving employee awareness of benefits is another important priority. Many employees are not fully utilizing the resources available to them, so we will focus on simplifying communication, increasing education, and making it easier to understand and access benefits. Finally, we will work to boost participation in the tax-deferred savings plans by emphasizing the importance of financial wellness and provide employees with the knowledge and tools needed to plan confidently for retirement through 403B and 457B plan options. Together, these efforts support a more holistic approach to employee well-being and long-term success. In closing, we remain committed to continually evaluating benefits to ensure they meet the evolving needs of our employees while remaining fiscally responsible for the division. When our employees are healthy, supported, and able to focus on their well-being, they are better equipped to engage, motivate, and connect with students, ultimately enhancing the overall learning experience. Our employees give so much to our students and the community, and we strive to provide a benefits package that reflects how much we value and support them both professionally and personally. As next steps, we will present the 2027 retiree plan information to the school board in late summer while also preparing for open enrollment this fall. So, thank you for your time, and I'm here for any questions you may have.
I do not see any questions this evening. Oh, wait, sorry, Ms. Weigert does.
You may have mentioned this, but if you did, I didn't catch it, so I apologize. When would these increases, if they go into effect at this level, when would that take effect and impact?
Yes,
our
January
employees?
1st of 2027. So open enrollment will happen in October timeframe, and then the new rates will take effect January 1st. Yes, thank you.
I see no other questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to the action agenda, the only item is the opportunity from the VSBA. Dr. Smith.
Yes, thank you very much. I'd like to share this opportunity with the board. The Virginia School Boards Association will hold its annual conference on education on July 16th in Virginia Beach. If any board member wishes to attend, please raise your hand. Seeing one, Ms. Huddle, I will need a motion for approval.
I'll entertain a motion for approval. Moved by Mr. Poole. Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. McCormick. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed? Dr. Smith.
Motion carries with all board members present, voting yes, and thank you. This completes my item.
We will now move on to the superintendent's report. Dr. Cotton.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the board. Just a quick announcement as a reminder, the last day of school is Tuesday, June 16th, and Monday, June 15th, and, well, it's the last full day of school. Let me rephrase that. June 15th, Monday, June 15th, and Tuesday, June 16th will be early release days, and so obviously June 16th will be the last day of school. Just to clarify, I'm getting myself confused, but I don't think the students have any problem knowing when the last day of school is, but it's June 16th, but those last 2 days are early release days. That's what I meant to say, so excuse me. With that, I'm going to quickly move on to my spotlight so that I can get back on track. I cannot believe we have already made it to June. This is part of the year always. It seems to fly by with so many exciting things happening as we speed closer to the end of the school year. I'm excited to share our district's highlights from the past few weeks. As summer nears, our district has had the opportunity to congratulate and recognize some amazing employees for a job well done. Recently, the school nutrition and custodial services teams held their end-of-the-year celebrations and recognized our passionate and dedicated employees for all of their hard work throughout this school year. It's always a wonderful time celebrating their achievements throughout the school year, and I'm so grateful for everyone who supports these efforts to recognize and honor our colleagues. Their work ensures that our school district is successful, and several of our board members did attend some of these events, so we do appreciate that. We also recently celebrated our final Power of the Peak honorees of the year. Congratulations to our winners for the month of May: Emily McLean, behavior consultant with the Department of Exceptional Learning; Melissa Hopkins, special education teacher at Cedar Road Elementary School; and Dr. Freddie Alarkin, director of middle school leadership. They represented the final honorees this year in the support, teach, and lead categories. Thank you to everyone who sent in nominations throughout the school year, and congratulations to all of our winners. Chesapeake Public Schools was recently selected for a national award thanks to the hard work of our Budget and Finance Department. We're very excited about this. They earned the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award from the Government Finance Officers Association for an outstanding annual budget publication. The award is one of the highest forms of recognition in governmental budgeting. Congratulations to Mrs. Glod and her amazing team. You can give her a hand. All right. Just before Memorial Day, our 7 student council associations joined together at Chesapeake City Park to participate in service projects and enjoy their end-of-the-year celebration. Over 150 SCA members and their sponsors spent time learning about the value of community service, enjoying a celebratory cookout, and spending time with their friends from across the district. Special thanks to the Youth Volunteer Corps of Hampton Roads for coordinating the projects for our students, and the Kiwanis Club of Chesapeake for providing lunch. Congratulations to all of our student councils on a fantastic year of service to our schools and community. While our student leaders were making a difference through service, another group of students was sharing their ideas and perspectives in a unique way. Last Tuesday, Great Bridge High School hosted TEDx Youth, where graduating seniors in the dual enrollment college composition course delivered original talks inspired by months of research, reflection, and refinement. Students shared ideas worth spreading on topics meaningful to them, showcasing their voices, passions, and perspectives. Led by teachers Carrie Longworth and Christopher Lessick, the event highlighted student confidence, communication skills, and intellectual curiosity, and featured a performance by the Great Bridge High School Orchestra. We are grateful to the teachers, staff, and student volunteers who supported this powerful evening, which underscored the impact of giving students authentic opportunities to share their ideas. As we inch closer and closer to graduation, our students have been receiving some awesome recognition for their hard work. Recently, 7 seniors, one from each of our 7 high schools, received a $2,000 scholarship from the Cavalier Auto Group. Around this time of the year, it is always special to see our students recognized and rewarded for their efforts. Thank you to Cavalier for continuing to support our students and for your lasting partnership with the Chesapeake Public Schools Educational Foundation. Our Career Center seniors were also recently honored for their hard work during their signing day ceremony. This year, over 90 Chesapeake Career Center students also took big steps toward their futures at the recent Career Signing Day at the Chesapeake Conference Center. Joined by future employers, their teachers, friends, and families, it was so exciting to see our students' hard work finally pay off as they signed their letters of intent for careers in fields like dental assisting, collision repair, education, healthcare, and more. I also had the honor of recognizing 7 recipients of the J.A. Cotton Career Scholar Award, which awards a CCC student from each high school $1,000 to jumpstart their careers. Thank you to the Chesapeake Public Schools Educational Foundation for funding and supporting these awards, and I want to say economic development, just to point out, economic development funds these through their annual golf tournament where Dr. Joppi represented me there. Thank you, Dr. Joppi, for that. And they do provide funds every year to support that program, and it runs through our Educational Foundation. Also would like to thank Dr. Kelly Kitchens and her staff for putting on such a wonderful event. Another great end-of-the-year event is our Project Search graduation ceremony, where 5 Chesapeake Public Schools students graduated from the Project Search program. Project Search is a school-to-work transition program designed to help students with disabilities gain work experience and equip them with valuable life skills and job training. Project Search is in its 11th year of its long-standing collaborative partnership with the school district, Chesapeake Regional Healthcare, the Choice Group, and the Virginia Department of Education. It was truly an honor to hear directly from the graduates about how their internship experiences impacted them and their future plans. And I'm so proud of all the Project Search graduates, and I can't wait to see what they accomplish. I just want to point out we've hired several of them to work in our school nutrition program, and our board chair was there, and she brought cupcakes. So I just want to make sure we give her credit for that. And finally, this time next week, graduation exercises will be in full swing, and I could not be more excited for the members of the class of 2026 for reaching this milestone in their lives. Thank you to the Chartway Arena and our Old Dominion University partner for once again hosting our graduation events this year. Don't forget to visit our graduation webpage for our ceremony resources, where we also have digital versions of our graduation programs and photo galleries for our families. After each ceremony, our communications department does an outstanding job capturing the events. And again, congratulations to the class of 2026. We cannot wait to celebrate with you next week. Believe it or not, it will be here before you know it. This completes my spotlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cotton. Last on our agenda this evening is board member items. Does any board member have items to bring before the group? I don't see any, but I do. At our last board meeting in May, I totally forgot to wish some amazing people a happy birthday, starting with members of our administrative staff, Dr. Angie Isbell and Mrs. Stutz, and then also Dr. Amanda Quillen, board member Dr. Amanda Quillen, who turned 29 years young, and then Mr. McCormick, who is much, much, much older. Please zoom in on his old face. Just but happy birthday, guys, and I'm sorry I forgot in May. And then I also want to give a shout out to a teacher in our district at Southeastern Elementary. I had parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jansen, who wrote a letter to myself and Dr. Cotton and the principal of Southeastern, commending their daughter's teacher, Mrs. Hannah Myers. And they have encouraged and given me permission to share this commendation of Miss Myers tonight. And she really is deserving of the shout out. So I'm going to read a portion of the letter. To provide some background, our daughter is hardworking. Sorry, give me 1 second. Hardworking and well-behaved, but has struggled to keep pace with reading and has had difficulties with organization. She also has a 504 plan for autism spectrum disorder. This year, Miss Myers has inspired our daughter to achieve her absolute best. Every day, our daughter is excited to go to school and learn from Miss Myers. Miss Myers patiently answers our daughter's many questions, takes time out of recess and lunch to help our child better understand subjects with which she is struggling, and consistently goes out of her way to make a positive impact on our child's education. Speaking from both personal experience and having spoken to other parents, one of Miss Myers' best qualities as a teacher is the welcoming and positive learning environment that Miss Myers creates. And then further in the letter, Sarah says succinctly that Miss Myers, quote, just cares, end quote. And I wanted to share that for multiple reasons, but mostly because, one, Miss Myers, you're amazing, and I thank you for doing that. But to the Jansen family, this is such a beautiful example of what a healthy partnership and a productive partnership between school and home is like, and what it produces and the fruit it bears. So thank you for supporting your daughter, supporting your daughter's teacher, and then Miss Myers, thank you for being exceptional. So that is your shout out tonight. And I don't see any other board member items tonight, so I'll call this meeting adjourned.